The door slammed shut. Emma stood still, staring at it. Her body trembled as if she already knew something terrible was about to happen. Silence filled the house, but it was the kind of silence that screamed. The lights inside were dim. Her little son, Liam, sat quietly in his room, sensing from his mother's expression that tonight would be different. Her husband, Jack, had changed in the past months. He used to be gentle, caring, but now his words were cold, bitter. He didn't need a reason to get angry anymore. The first time he hit her, Emma forgave him. He's just tired, she told herself. The second time, she stayed silent. The third time, the violence became routine. Emma endured it all for Liam. She believed in saving the family and keeping her son's world from falling apart. But that night, she finally stood up. "Enough," she said, her voice shaking. Jack looked at her as if she had just insulted his pride. His eyes darkened. He grabbed a vase and hurled it at the wall, then stepped toward her. "You think you can talk to me like that?" he shouted. "Jack, please, Liam is watching," she whispered through tears. "No one's going to save you," he screamed. That night, the house turned into a nightmare. The neighbors heard things, but no one came. No one knocked. The next morning at 6, Emma lay motionless on the kitchen floor. Liam sat next to her crying, trying to wake her up. His tiny hands clutched her blood-stained dress. His voice barely made a sound. Jack had disappeared. It took 3 days before police finally found and arrested him. He explained everything in a cold, detached tone. She asked for it. At the funeral, Liam stood still. He didn't cry. He couldn't. He was only 4 years old, but he already knew what it meant to lose. His mother was gone forever. No one told him where his father was. All he heard was, "They're gone." Liam now lived with his Aunt Lucy. She had 3 kids of her own, but she couldn't abandon her sister's boy. She asked herself every night, why didn't I see the signs? Why didn't I stop this? Jack sat behind bars. He acted tough, silent. But at night, when no one saw him, he heard things. Emma's voice, his son crying. His past followed him into his cell. Liam stopped talking. The therapist called it trauma. Lucy took him to sessions, read to him, hugged him, cried with him. He stared at his mother's picture every night. Sometimes he'd fall asleep hugging it. In his dreams, she came to him, kissed his forehead. But when he woke up, the room was cold, empty. At 17, Liam was quiet, distant. He kept a journal. He never let anyone read it. Lucy once found a page. It read, "Every night I kill my father in my dreams, but he always comes back." One day a letter came from prison. "I want to see you." "Dad." Liam's hands shook. He burned with confusion, pain, rage. A week later he visited. The prison was gray, cold. The guard's eyes were blank. And in the visitor's room, Jack. Older now, grayer. But the cold stare remained. He smiled. "You look like your mother," he said. Liam sat silently, then finally spoke. "You should have seen her, not me, but it's too late." He stood up and walked out. The door slammed behind him. That night, rain tapped against the window. Liam lay in bed, trying to remember his mother's voice. But it was fading, only whispers remained. He hated himself. Why couldn't he remember her voice? Why didn't he run to save her that night? He wrote in his journal, "I'm still alive. But she's not. Why am I here?" In a dream, the door creaked open. His mother called, "Liam, come eat, sweetheart." She sat at the table, smiling, but her eyes were dark, empty. She whispered, "You forgot me." He woke up drenched in sweat. The window was open. The wind howled, And in that silence, a voice echoed, "Some sins can't be forgiven." The next evening, Liam was gone. No note, no word, just his journal and a picture of his mother tucked inside. 3 months passed, no trace. Some said he ran away. Some whispered darker things. Lucy visits the cemetery every week. She leaves 2 flowers, one for Emma, one for Liam. Some people don't just disappear, they become a scar on your soul. And that scar never heals.